Hey there, friends. Today I wanted to share a little bit about how I think AI frees up you to be more creative rather than less. When I first started teaching people about how to use AI in their businesses, I had one lady come up to me and went, "But Annie, I don't want it to kill my creativity. I'm a creative person." And I thought, that's really interesting. Because my view is that I don't think it kills creativity. I actually think that releases more opportunity to be creative. So I'm going to have to sell you on this. Because the truth is that we were never meant to spend our creativity energy on repetitive admin. All right, endless reports, writing the same email 50 times. That's not creativity. All right, that's just rinse and repeat daily grind. We were meant to have more time to dream, to think, to design, to innovate. And AI doesn't take that away. In fact, if we're using it correctly, it gives that back to us. All right? Not why you're spending hours at the moment learning about it, but once you're competent in its use, it will free up time for sure, buckets of it. And for decades, businesses have equated productivity with busyness. But being busy is not the same as being creative. AI is changing that equation. It's removing the noise, clearing the clutter, creating space for deeper work, the kind that is going to move the needle on things that you haven't got round to before, the kind that's going to spark new ideas, the time that's going to ignite your teams because they're going to have more time while AI has automated many aspects of your business to then be able to think tank things, workshop things, make things more personal, more creative, more more valuable to those that you serve. So the question isn't really will AI replace creativity? It's what will we create once we're no longer buried in the busyness? I'm hoping. So let's look at AI. It's learning from patterns and data, all the examples it is receiving, but it doesn't wonder. It doesn't get frustrated. It doesn't have curiosity. It doesn't get goosebumps when an idea lands on it. All right. It doesn't have pride when a project starts to succeed. That's the human spark, the alchemy between the experience and the emotion. I love that. I live for that. All right. I'm a goosebumps kind of gal. All right. I want it to be really meaningful. That's the spark that turns automation into art, I think. And AI gives us infinite ideas, but only humans can then give it meaning. So a few months ago, I worked with a marketing team who were terrified that AI would actually take over a lot of their jobs, even make some of them obsolete. So we started to workshop that out and we flipped the script really. We used AI to definitely draft the first version of their content, draft this with 5 different ideas, but I got them to do that after they'd already done some of their own work. Like, well, what have you done? Brainstormed, and now let's let it see what it creates, and it freed them from like number 6 version blank space paralysis, right? And then they spent their time looking at all, refining their message, making it sharper, maybe some bits from AI, some from their own, put it all together, use it as an extended resource, all right? And then they then put the more emotion into it, made it more relevant, personally centered for the client that they were working with. And the result, their campaign became more authentic and their creative output, I think, doubled. All right. AI didn't replace them. It certainly remixed their potential. It is changing roles and we can't avoid that. All right. It's definitely changing the way we work, but it's not taking away from that. It's actually giving you more information, more potential for you to then be creative with. So here's how I see it. AI is the assistant, but you are the artist. All right. When you combine your intuition with AI's precision, you create a powerful feedback loop. All right. You should have AI sparking more ideas, showing you more new angles that you could then use for inspiration. You can bring experience and emotion and purpose into interpreting that data. You can get AI to help you test and refine and scale your best work. by giving more iterations via AI. So that's not automation, that's actually augmentation. All right. It's where creativity and intelligence are colliding, and you're getting the benefits from that. So I'd love you to think about what creativity really means. Having more space, more time, more curiosity, more focus. And AI is giving us that. So when routine tasks are automated, from scheduling to doing research, you're left with more mental bandwidth for more creativity and innovation. And that's why I actually think AI could be like a time machine for creative minds, right? It really is giving us that opportunity. It doesn't steal your originality, it gives you hours more to express it. So, how can we start reclaiming more of our creativity? Supercharge it if you like. I want you to use AI for your groundwork. Yes, let's do it. Use it for data collection, outlines, drafts. And then I want you to elevate it with your personal voice. I want you to ask better prompts. All right. Creativity starts with curiosity. So the more thoughtful you are with your questions, the more inspired your outputs. I want you to collaborate. Don't just delegate to it and then use it. See it as a collaboration partner. All right. It's not a replacement. Challenge it, refine it, build from it. All right. You've got an extra +1 in your pocket. And protect your creative rituals. Don't outsource reflection or storytelling. All right. I'm a book publisher. You don't want to be writing a book with AI. All right. That's your magic zone. That's your essence. You want to be using it for outline ideas and structure and things like that. Yes. But the essence of who you are in your message always shines through from the human perspective. So I think in every era of innovation, people have feared losing what makes them unique, right? This is not new. This has happened before. But every leap forward has given us more freedom to express who we are. And AI is just the latest chapter in that story, a mirror reflecting our potential. And the leaders who thrive now are the ones who see AI not as a rival, but as a creative collaborator. So the next time you open an AI tool, which is probably very soon, don't ask, what can this do better than me? I encourage you to go, what can I create now that I couldn't before? How can I use it to elevate what I wanted to achieve while bringing in my true essence? All right. The future of creativity should be strong. I'm thinking it's the future of leadership. It's that beautiful combination between human and intelligence. So, as all, if this episode ignited something in you, like it, share it, subscribe, whatever platform you're on. And you can also connect with me on anniegibbons.com. Book in for a little chat. I'd love to meet you. Till next time, have a great week.